Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Lee, the Director of Easy Ride's Sustainability Programs, which include our Bike and Pedestrian Program and our Electric Vehicle Accelerator Program. I'd like to thank the Township of Teaneck, Mayor Mark Schwartz, Township Manager Jacqueline Hashmat for hosting our Street Smart Teaneck kickoff today. Street Smart New Jersey is a public education and enforcement campaign with the goal to raise awareness of traffic laws, promote safe behavior, focus on all road users, and reduce crashes and fatalities. Easy Ride is the transportation management association that serves Bergen County. We're funded by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety, the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, and the New Jersey Department of Transportation to promote safe walking, driving, and bicycling, and to educate residents and students. Our goals are to decrease traffic injuries and fatalities, reduce traffic congestion and air pollution through education, infrastructure audits, and safety campaigns. As part of the Street Smart Teaneck campaign, we've completed our observations at the Focus Crossing, which is right in front of Teaneck Cinemas, located in that direction off of Cedar. We've interviewed several folks, residents, and people who work in the surrounding area to get their viewpoints about the crossing and pedestrian safety. We're going to be working with school and community representatives to conduct safety education, while the Teaneck Police will be conducting enforcement in the area. We will be scheduling a public community engagement meeting to get more feedback. We'll also conduct post-campaign behavioral observations. A final report about the campaign's results and suggestions for improving safety will be presented to the Township and NJTPA later this year. This afternoon, I have the privilege of introducing leaders from Teaneck and Bergen County who are partnering with us on this campaign. While not speaking today, Township Manager Jacqueline Hashmat, Council Member Michael Pagan, Dr. Andre Spencer, and David Barron, the Executive Director of the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, will support the campaign and work with Easy Ride on educational efforts with students and families. It is my distinct honor to introduce Mayor Mark J. Schwartz.
Thank you very much. Yep. I'm going to talk a little casually, so I'm going to take this off. We really shouldn't be here today. And the reason we're here, and you know whose fault is why we're here? Everyone's. Starting at the New Jersey Department of Motor Vehicle Commission, which you referenced. My daughter turned 17 last month, and I said, good luck on your test. She says, Daddy, no one ever fails that test. And then she told me what the test is. It was ridiculous. Then COVID came, and we all stopped driving. But we also told our police, you can't pull us over, and the police didn't want to pull us over because of COVID. Well, we then started, as soon as we recovered from COVID, we get on the streets and we forget how to drive. And we have no fear of the law because they were told to not pull us over because of COVID. That has to stop. We need to give the police our blessing to pull us over. And I'm sure I'll be the first person they pull over. If there's no fear of enforcement, there is no safety. And that starts from the top down to us. Also, I'm going to blame the pedestrians. Who blames pedestrians? Well, when you're walking, looking at your phone, and we all do that because we all are pedestrians, we're also not paying attention. Every one of us is to blame. And that has to stop now. There are accidents, but almost all of them are avoidable. We start with enforcement, with education. All those words that were mentioned are all completely the way to get out of this mess that we brought ourselves into. And this is part of getting out of COVID. And with that, I look forward to enforcement. And as I've told people that have complained to me about the double parkers, about every one of the accidents, I hope to hear from you when we pull you over. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And now I'd like to introduce our County Executive, James Tedesco III.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge Bernadita Garcia of Englewood, the victim of a tragic hit and run that occurred here on Cedar Lane this past November. Her death is a heartbreaking reminder of what's at stake when it comes to pedestrian safety. It's my hope that these efforts, and some of the ones that the mayor just spoke about, comes to pedestrian safety, like today's campaign, help prevent these kinds of tragedies from happening again. On behalf of the Bergen County and the New Jersey Transportation Authority Board of Trustees, which I am a member of, I want to commend the Township of Teaneck for taking part in the Street Smart New Jersey pedestrian safety campaign. Street Smart New Jersey is a common sense initiative that has been embraced by more than 44 school districts, businesses, and colleges since its launch in 2013. The simple message, but powerful: obey the speed limit, stop for pedestrians, use crosswalks, wait for the walk signal, put the phone down, and stay alert. Not real hard. Mostly common sense, as the mayor said. When we follow these guidelines, the result is we save lives. Of course, safety also depends on infrastructure. That's why Bergen County, in partnership with the NJTPA, is developing a local safety action plan, a roadmap for upgrading roads, intersections, and walkways across the county with safety in mind. That means things like rumble strips, high visibility crosswalks, better lighting, and pedestrian countdown signals. Simple changes that can make a big difference. Last summer, we gathered input from residents, and over the past several months, we've been working closely with municipalities to finalize the draft plan. We'll be presenting it publicly at next month's meeting. Once finalized in June, the plan will allow Bergen County and our towns to apply for federal streets and roads for all funding to implement key safety improvements. To learn more, I encourage you to visit safetyplansnj.com. This project is just one example of how Bergen County and the NJTPA are working together to bring federal resources home to improve lives and save lives here locally. If you are attending Earth Fest at Overpeck Park on May 18th, be sure to stop by the NJTPA table. They'll be there gathering more public feedback on the plan. You can also visit njtpa.org/connecting for more information. This kind of progress we can make when we all levels of government work together. With warmer weather ahead like today, here in downtown Teaneck, and more people walking and biking, please remember, slow down, avoid distractions, share the road, and stay alert. Most of all, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, County Executive. And now I'd like to invite up to the podium Councilmember Hillary Goldberg.
Thank you. So good afternoon, Teaneck. I'm really excited to be here today to kick off our Safe Streets launch. I'm Councilwoman Hillary Goldberg. So let me just begin by thanking Township Manager Jacqueline Hashmat, County Executive Jim Tedesco, Teaneck Mayor Mark Schwartz, Councilmember Michael Pagan, former Mayor Jackie Cates, the entire Township Council of Teaneck, Chief McGurr and the Teaneck Police Department, Township Engineer Farah Galani, representatives from NJTPA, Easy Ride, Age Friendly Teaneck, and all of the residents and community leaders who stood up and said, we can do better. On Thursday, November 21st, 2024 at 6:59 p.m., a 70-year-old woman named Bernadita Garcia was struck while crossing Cedar Lane. The driver fled and she was taken to Holy Name Hospital where she was pronounced dead. We're here today because I refuse to let another name be added to a headline without action behind it. And that's what being a leader in Teaneck is all about. Far too many people have been hit crossing our streets. Far too many families are grieving. Drivers are distracted. Pedestrians feel invisible. And every resident in Teaneck deserves to feel safe and be safe. That's the baseline. And that's what we're here to deliver. In December of 2024, I formed the Pedestrian Safety Task Force. I brought in Street Smart New Jersey, Easy Ride. We sat down with the engineers, police, state officials, county officials, our manager, and our residents. And we didn't just react, we planned, we didn't stop at ideas, we executed them. We responded the way our residents deserve their leaders to act, with executable policy, enforcement, and a clear strategy to prevent the next tragedy. So here's what's already happened. We've identified the most dangerous intersections. We've issued over 300 safety citations. We've mapped high-risk corridors and launched engineering fixes. Flashing beacons, improved signage, visibility enhancements are being installed. Reflective gear is being distributed to schools, police stations, houses of worship. Education is reaching every age group from first grades to seniors. You'll see fewer blind corners, stronger enforcement, and if you're still treating crosswalks like optional guidelines, you'll feel the difference. And this isn't just about raising awareness. As Mayor Schwartz often says, we can keep talking, but at the end of the day, our residents deserve execution. So, Mr. Mayor, as you're aware, I'm a leader that executes, so we're here today for our residents. To the residents, thanks for showing up. Thank you for speaking out, for sending your emails, and demanding better. Keep doing it. We hear you. This campaign is yours. Your voice made it happen. We launched today, and we'll measure the results, and we won't stop until every single person who walks the street in Teaneck can cross it safely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Goldberg. Now I'd like to introduce Chief Andrew McGurn.
Thank you, and thank you for having us here today. With me today I have Deputy Chief Seth Kriegel and Lieutenant Charles Antonori. And Lieutenant Antonori is the one who oversees our traffic bureau here in Teaneck. The members of the Teaneck Police Department are committed to taking the steps necessary to improve the safety of all who utilize the roadways in Teaneck, be it motorists, pedestrians, or bicyclists. In Teaneck, we are fortunate to have our traffic bureau comprised of 6 full-time officers and 2 full-time parking enforcement officers. The members of the traffic bureau work year-round to educate the public on safe driving and walking while issuing warnings and citations when violations are observed. The traffic bureau investigates reports of speeding and other safety concerns with data monitoring equipment, and they work with the township engineer to recommend changes when needed in adherence to the manual on uniform traffic control devices. The traffic bureau also works with the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, AAA, and Easy Ride for comprehensive road safety campaigns. This year, as in years past, the Teaneck Police Department has been awarded grant funds to staff education and enforcement campaigns, such as Put the Phone Away or Pay, Click It or Ticket, Pedestrian Safety Crackdown, and Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over. In addition to grant-funded efforts, this spring the Teaneck Police Department began a traffic safety initiative, which partners all members of the police department with the traffic bureau to conduct high visibility enforcement. Expect to see an increased amount of motor vehicle stops throughout the township, as well as pedestrian safety decoy operations, where a police officer dressed in plain clothes will utilize a crosswalk to ensure that motorists stop for pedestrians. The police department recently purchased neon pedestrian crossing flags, which you can see over by the table, which have been installed along Cedar Lane to augment the visibility of pedestrians in the crosswalks. We've also received a donation from the Rothenberg law firm of reflective pedestrian sashes, which are available for pickup at police headquarters. Additionally, we have received grant funding for the installation of signalized pedestrian beacons to be placed along the township's busiest streets. It takes both drivers and pedestrians to keep our roads safe. As mentioned already by other speakers, we recommend that people look both ways when crossing, use the marked crosswalks, and put the phone down. We also remind drivers not to double park, as it not only contributes to traffic congestion, but also hinders the view of people in the crosswalks. Safer and friendlier roads start with each of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief McGurn. And now I'd like to introduce Director of the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety, Michael Rizol Jr.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for all being here today as we kick off another vital Street Smart New Jersey campaign right here in Teaneck. It's great to see such a strong showing of community leaders, advocates, partners, all committed to making our streets safer for everyone who uses them. I want to begin by extending a heartfelt thanks to Easy Ride for organizing this initiative and for being such a steadfast partner in promoting pedestrian safety. Your commitment to education, outreach, and collaboration is exactly what Street Smart campaigns are all about. And to the Teaneck Police Department, thank you for your continued dedication and leadership in keeping this community safe. Your officers are not only enforcers of the law, but they are educators and they are protectors. Your presence and active engagement in this campaign will make the real difference. As the director of the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety, I see firsthand how important campaigns like this are, not just in raising awareness, but in actually saving lives. Every year, far too many lives are lost on our roadways. In 2024, just last year, 229 pedestrians were killed in crashes across New Jersey. Each one of those lives represents a person, a parent, a child, a neighbor, a friend, whose absence is felt deeply. They aren't just statistics, they are real stories that ended way too soon. Street Smart New Jersey is about changing that story. It's about creating a culture where everyone, drivers, walkers, cyclists, share the road responsibly. The campaign messages are simple. Look up, heads up, phones down, stop for pedestrians, obey the speed limits. These actions aren't difficult, but they are life-saving. And that's where all of you come in. Each of you here today. This campaign succeeds because of partnerships between law enforcement, local government, transit organizations, and residents. When communities like Teaneck take ownership of traffic safety, change happens. People start to think twice before speeding through a crosswalk. Pedestrians become more mindful when crossing streets. We create a safer street, one conversation, one decision, and one action at a time. So today marks more than just the start of this campaign. It's a recommitment to protecting one another, to prioritizing safety over speed, to respecting crosswalks and red lights, and to choose caution over convenience. Let's use these next few weeks to spark those conversations, hand out resources, conduct enforcement, and most importantly, change people's behavior. To Easy Ride, the Teaneck Police Department, NJTPA, and all the organizations and volunteers involved, thank you. Your passion and perseverance are the reason this campaign will work. You are helping to build safer streets, stronger communities, and a better New Jersey for all of us. On behalf of the Division of Highway Traffic Safety and our department head, Attorney General Matthew Platkin, thank you all for taking time out of your day to be here with us. Let's work together to make these roads safer for everyone. Let's keep moving forward together, smartly and safely. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Director Rizal. And I want to thank all of you, residents and safety advocates who are here today. I forgot to recognize earlier Teaneck's engineer, Farah Galani. I also want to recognize John Nicodemus, who's here from the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety, really encouraging all of us as safety advocates to speak and listen to all of you residents. Your input is really important and valued, and we need to hear it. So when we set up this community engagement meeting in a few weeks, I really hope that you will come and bring your neighbors. We need your support and your advocacy so that no more people or students are hurt or killed. The New Jersey Vision Zero Alliance and the Safe Streets Teaneck organization believe that there is no acceptable number of traffic deaths. The only number that is acceptable is 0. We don't want to see any more people getting hurt. So please join with us, help us get the messages out. There's brochures here on the table. We have some posters. If you give us your contact information, we'd be happy to get you more Street Smart safety materials. We'd be happy to come to your community organizations and do safety presentations. please reach out to us. I'm here today with the manager of our bike and pedestrian team, Mr. Michael Johnson, and also the assistant manager of our bike and pedestrian program, Chris Knoll. Oh, back there in the back. Yep. So speak with us. We really want to get you involved. And again, get some of the information on the table. Thank you again to everyone here for joining us.